What did you guys think of the Mortal Kombat movie? And yeah, and then again, this question is safe for the show because it's still a video game based movie. I'm gonna go with my man Adam because he had the funniest one. He couldn't even finish it. Adam,
Okay,
go
yeah.
nuts, go nuts.
Fucking rage quit. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. I knew it was bullshit when I first saw the trailer, and it was like, oh my, and I rubbed it up. They get excited. I didn't understand. I'm like,
What
what are
the?
you hyping about? What are you doing? And they're like, oh, it looks so crazy. I'm like, all right, I see the special effects, but you know what they can't do with the special effects? A good story. You can't do it with this fucking movie and this game. I don't understand why, but it just doesn't work. In fact, when we first heard about it, what did I say? I would prefer a Street Fighter. Street Fighter, yeah, you could do a tournament, makes more sense. This shit off world with monsters and humanity and blah blah blah. It's all bullshit. And I'm watching this. I'm like, God damn, this is. There's no story. The story is really bad. I just couldn't deal with it. So I just like, yeah, I'm done. I was like an hour and a half in, and I was like, I just can't. I can't even bother finishing. I don't care. I didn't care about any of the story, any of the characters. Manny was complaining about Kano and what they did. Same thing. I don't. Why? Why do this with his attitude? No, I don't know. They just what
Yeah,
they
let's keep
did.
the spoilers to a minimum. By the way,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
either way, I didn't like the characters, and some of them were missing. Like a key one was
yeah.
missing, which makes no damn sense why they decided to take that one out. And so I was like, yeah, this sort of makes sense why it came out the way it did, because I think they knew this shit wasn't going to be good. What is good, then I brought this up. Look up Mortal Kombat that they did an animated film last year. That was really good.
No,
That
go check
was
out.
true
They
to it.
made this like it was like a straight to YouTube thing or something a couple years ago, 2011. That shit was dope. You know, that was great. So, and it was brutal too. You know, Manny, you're talking, but we don't hear you.
How come they didn't get that guy to do it, to do the
I
movie?
heard
He seemed
that they
like he.
were gonna get the guy, but something happened and they couldn't do it. You know,
Oh,
I heard he
okay.
was gonna be the guy. By the way, quick plug. There is a full spoiler cast of the Mortal Kombat movie over on the Coalition that has me, Carlos, Dana, Richard, and guest. We had a guest appearance by my unofficial cousin, Jose Polanco, who does some of the graphics for Throwdown. As a matter of fact, you see that little scrolly stuff and some of the other things he did. The specifically on YouTube, Twitch, that intro video, that's him.
Hmm.
So shout out to him. So it was a good discussion. So Carlos and I will give our little thoughts here and there, but you can see our full spoiler filled thoughts there. But yeah, I thought the movie's trash. I thought the movie's absolutely terrible. Like I tweeted about it, people were getting mad at me and shit. Like, dude, this movie is the first movie is better. Think about that cheesy ass movie was better than this.
That movie was fine. It
You
did
know?
it did what it needed to
Yeah,
do.
it had a. I'm gonna say it had a tournament. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right, and this is not a spoiler, but I'll just say the biggest problem I had with this movie was the below fucking budget. Like their special moves looked fine, they were great, right? But they literally had 3 sets in the whole movie, right? When we were doing the spoiler cast, right? Joey he had the movie playing in the background, and I'm looking, I'm like, the the scene hasn't changed for an hour. It's the same set for an hour. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, oh my god. Again, no spoilers here, but it was such low budget nonsense, and you had this like main dude. I'm like, why we introducing this guy here? Like there's no point in having this character because I know what they were trying to do with this character. It's like, oh, he's the outsider trying to find out about this Mortal Kombat shit. Sonya was already doing that, and we know who the fuck
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
is. Just have
Yeah.
her be the main character. Then have her and Jax be the main
or
characters. You know.
Or yeah, or even was like, like you always had somebody that like Liu Kang was the main character, and he was the one that would explain to somebody like a
Yeah.
Sonya or Johnny Cage,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, this is what this is. We do this. You had all these people sort of there to sort of fill in those sorts of
Yeah,
blanks.
exactly. So it's like
Just
these
take
guys.
the story from the game, then. That's it.
Yeah,
Was it 10 had a really good story? Take that.
but yeah, that's what
Convert
they
that
find.
into.
Like you guys are talking about this Mortal Kombat tournament. You don't have a tournament in the whole fucking movie. Like why? Well, you know why? Because they had no budget to get
Where
all
your
these other
tournament?
actors. Oh my god, I could go on and on, but this movie was just bad. It was really bad. I'm like, yo, oh my god, oh why? Who else saw this shit? Carlos, you gave your quick thoughts.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna divert from the popular opinion here. I thought the movie was really bad. It, like Tony mentioned, there were only like 3 or 4 sets throughout the whole movie. Actually, the part that I liked the most was the beginning, and that's because I was watching Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this, and that was actually pretty cool. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see where it goes from here. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait till this thing ends. Man, it was pretty bad. The main character, I have no issues with the main character, except they didn't really make him do anything. The way he got, I don't even know how to say without spoiling it, but
tattoo,
his progression, the mark parts, the whole things with the marking I thought was bullshit. The whole thing with discovering yourself, I thought was BS, because it was just like a switch. Like, we went full in detail about that kind of stuff on the show. Some of the decisions that were made by the main characters like Raiden and Shang Tsung were just stupid. And I think that one of the things that I liked the most was Sonya Blade, and Jax, but they didn't even get like fleshed out that much. So the things that I did like were like, they just didn't really seem to like get their shine. As far as this, there were parts that did look good in terms of the fight choreography. There was one kill I was like, but man, that movie had so many fucking cuts. I'm like, yo, it's cutting every fucking half a second, man. Like, it got annoying. Oh man,
I'm laughing at upper roommate K's comment because Sony just ran up with hand lasers for no fucking reason.
And well, other than that, Kano, man, that dude was fucking annoying, man. His whole purpose was to whine, to bitch, and to bust out as many fucking references per second as he can. Yeah, and that was his whole fucking purpose.
He was in a Family Guy episode,
Yeah.
Like, remember this? Remember that? There was only one line. Not too spoilers. When he called Liu Kang a fucking pussy. I thought that was like the only that made me laugh out loud. I thought that was funny. But other than that character sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like to shit on movies that much. I still give Batman v Superman just a meh kind of rating. I give the original Justice League a meh rating also. Like, they can be objectively bad movies, but this movie is objectively a terrible movie in my opinion.
You guys all know how I feel about Batman vs Superman. I despise that movie. I loathe it. That movie was better than Mortal Kombat. Think about that. Batman vs Superman is a better movie. Fucking crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. Brett, what do you think? I know you want to.
Are you sure about that, Tony?
Yes, I am. Because Mortal Kombat. Here's like at least Batman Superman had good fights. It at least like had a tension going on. It was stupid. Don't get me wrong, but at least, and they had sets. They had a budget. Oh my god, that really bugged the fuck out of me. It looked like a made-for-TV movie.
There was one set that was used for everything. It was used as a training room, as a eating room, as a fucking exile room, as a fucking recovery room. It was everything. Yeah. It was just, that was a whole fucking movie.
Carlos, remember during the spoiler, Joey had the movie running back. I'm like, they've been there for an hour. They haven't moved from that same spot.
They're still there.
Oh my god! And everything was happening there. Like, there was shit going on in there. It's like,
the main fights. Most of the main fights, everything took place there.
Jesus,
man.
So that alone, I mean, again, Batman Superman, terrible fucking trash ass movie, but it had better fights and it had different sets. It had a budget. It looked expensive. It looked like a big spectacle movie. This looked fucking low budget as shit. All right, Brad, get in here. What do you think of this?
I didn't think it's as bad as a lot of you guys did. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's fucking, Terminator 2 or some shit like that. It's no aliens, but it's. Here's the way that I look at it. I go into a Mortal Kombat movie expecting a bullshit, cheesy ass movie. I have to brace myself to not injure my eyes by the amount of eye roll. It's a fucking interdimensional kung fu tournament movie. There's no way we're getting out of this without it being just absolutely fucking ridiculous. That being said, there were some things that were really bad. You guys touched on a lot of them. There were a couple small things that I did appreciate. The way that it starts off, I really like that. I thought that was a lot of, fan service right out of the gate. Like, fucking here you go. We know what you want, bitches. Here it is. Gratuitous violence and Scorpion. So, like, I thought that was cool. There was even a bit where they were training, and I'm not sure if a lot of you guys caught it, but new asshole character who that's my biggest gripe. I hated the new character. Yeah, I halfway through the movie, or most of the way through the movie, I was like, please, dear God, just have his body taken over by Scorpion and have like Scorpion come back and beat this motherfucker.
Yes, careful with spoilers.
I'm not spoilers. Yeah. I'm saying a thing that didn't happen.
Okay, yeah. But go ahead.
So yeah, like I was waiting. I was like, man, Scorpion should come back and just take over this guy because he's a blank slate. Like he's I don't care about him so much that I'm hoping he just gets, like, I don't care if his personality as a person fucking disappears and he's completely replaced with another character, another actor. I don't care. So that was stupid. Like you said, it was, you should have that with Sonya, but there was even a point in the training room where I'm not sure if you guys caught it, like, Liu Kang is teaching the new guy, and he like sweeps him on the leg, sweeps him down, and the guy falls down once, gets back up, sweeps the guy, falls back down again. Guy gets up, sweeps, guy jumps, lands, gets kicked back down again. I was like, okay, we have all done that in Mortal Kombat. I actually appreciate them throwing that in there.
Yeah, that is literally the only part of the movie I like. I'm like, that is literally a Mortal Kombat match. Literally a Mortal Kombat match right there, And it was Kano, by the way. He was sweeping Kano, and Kano in the last one.
Kano!
He jumps over it, he drops it, and then you sweep him again. I'm like, yep, that's Mortal Kombat to a team right there. It's all sweeps.
Yes, that's what it was. So like there was some cool things in there. I didn't find Kano as ridiculous as you guys are. Like, it was clear he was trying to be comedic relief and just constantly being bitching and whining, but doing it by calling everybody a pussy. Like, yeah, okay. I don't know why. I found that like when he fucking calls, what was it, Liu Kang's power?
Yeah, he I forgot what he called, but when he called Liu Kang a fucking pussy, I laughed out loud. I thought that was
he's like, you got a fireball, that's better than a fireball, you pussy. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, that's fucking great.
That was great. I like that.
And so there were a couple other things, but like, it seemed like, okay, it seems like this is something that they filmed as part of a larger filming. And then they probably should have cut some of these scenes out. Like, I feel like the thing between Sonya and Kano, like, there's a good chemistry there. There's a good back and forth. It was underdeveloped though.
Yeah.
And a lot of it just felt rushed. Even down to the whole, like, and it's already spoiled on here, but it's really a non-spoiler. There's not a fucking tournament in this movie.
There isn't.
Like, you can tell that they're like, up here, I smell a trilogy, and that's fine, I guess, but I saw them do some cool things. I've seen everything that they've done almost executed worse, except for the sets. The set, it quit being cheap, but everything else I've seen executed worse in other movies. The cheese factor kind of reminded me of Aquaman, where it's like, oh fucking Christ, this just the animation, everything like that, just it looks fucking kind of goofy and over the top and way more than it needs to be. So I would say it's guilty of any original sin. It just wasn't great. But I told Tony, I was like, it's not bad. Like, bring your nachos because, this movie's got tons of extra fucking cheese. And so, like, I was expecting a lot of this going in. And I was a bit surprised that a lot of people weren't. If I would have been shocked if they came out with, like, an actually good Mortal Kombat movie. I'm like, I don't know how I just watched a movie where a girl can, like, blow a kiss through somebody and people are tearing their spines out, but took it seriously.
Oh, man. They could have done
plus,
better.
you gotta admit, the blood, while not well done, was gratuitous.
Yeah, no, it was good. I had no problem with the violence in it. Again, although I thought the fight choreography was not good. I thought the first fight was dope, right? And then after that, it just went downhill. But
let me point something out. The violence was acceptable for the first fucking time ever, right? Like, if you think about it, remember back to the old Sega versus Nintendo. You remember the big brawl in the community was, Where's my fucking blood? Where's my fucking blood splatter when you punch this asshole in the face?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he tore his head off and there was no blood. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. That was what happened between this movie and every other Mortal Kombat movie, and that's one thing that I have to point out. Finally got blood as if this were an anime. Like some Kill Bill level style shit. But no Mortal Kombat movie has ever really had that blood.
Yeah,
even that much gore.
Yeah, no. Just a quick clarification here from Upper Room AK. He goes, you guys have to spoil a little bit and explain how the fuck that was Johnny Cage. I'm confused. That was not Johnny Cage. That
was not Johnny Cage.
Not Johnny Cage.
It's not Johnny.
It's not Johnny Cage at all.
They saved him for the sequel, man.
Yeah, yes, the director literally said, and this is not a spoiler. The director said, like, the bullshit. The reason he gave for Johnny Cage by not being in there was bullshit. I'm not gonna get into it, but he did say if I do a sequel, I'm gonna have Johnny Cage in there. So that dude, Cole, he is not Johnny Cage. He is his own character.
Yeah, it felt like they saved a few characters, and Cole fucking sucks.
He sucks.
Cole had a fight in a shed with, I'm not gonna say his fucking name, but it was the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever seen in my life, man.
Right?
Okay.
You're like, what is this dude making an appearance for right now?
It's not even that. It's you have this character making that appearance. You know what it this because I don't want to spoil it, but this is what it reminded me of. Like when I was watching the original Masters of the Universe, I'm like, oh, He-Man, let's fucking go. Why is he in a mall? You know, like why are these characters in the real world right now? What the fuck is this shit? You know, it was Beastmaster 2. You know, it was like really, yeah.
He-Man was in a town and in a mall because it was too expensive to do a turn.
It was cheaper to do it.
He just ends up in LA.
Time.
Exactly.
So bad.
Exactly. Chris, did you see this thing?
No, I didn't. I heard enough of you guys talking. Adam Rage quit, and you said it was shit. Like, look, I've already lived through Annihilation. I don't need that again.
Yeah, listen, I'll give it that. This movie was better than Annihilation, but that's not saying much. But it was better than Annihilation.
Yo, Chris, let me put it into context here.
Yeah.
I like Edge of Ultron more than this.
Damn.
All right, come on. Even the worst Marvel movies are some of the better movies out right now. You can't use it as a low bar. Pick a DC movie.
Yeah, hey, remember, no, what about it?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what's crazy is like the way you're describing this. This looks like it should have aired on the CW instead of.
It was a
HBO Max.
made-for-TV movie, man. It really was. I heard the budget was like $50 million. I'm like, yeah, no wonder. It looks cheap. You know.
They did a good job with the budget they had.
Yeah.
And this,
it's funny because I think the original Mortal Kombat was $50 million, and they did a lot better with that.
Yeah,
but
that
that's
was
90s
in 1990. Yeah.
That's
$50 million went a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh damn it! Yeah. So Sonya and her quote unquote headquarters.
Oh my
really?
God.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, like
the budget was non-existent, man.
Oh my God! Did anybody have to try and stifle their laughter when she kept calling it research?
Yeah, that was bullshit.
I was like, you bitch, you were using that term really loosely.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
look at my research. That's like a pile of old mail.
Yeah.
I really went into this movie wanting to like it, and the weird thing is, most people enjoyed this.
Yeah,
I'm looking
I was surprised. The Twitter reaction, that was very visceral. You know?
The Twitter reaction and the Rotten Tomatoes reaction in the audience score.
Yeah, the audience score was like really high, and even though the critic score was like 55, you said it was like that's still high for Rotten Tomatoes. You know,
for a video game movie.
Yeah, it's still fresh,
Here's
right?
the thing, guys.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's
It's not
60.
fresh. It's still Rotten. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. The original Mortal Kombat was 18 million. Was made for 18 million.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brett.
I feel like context and what you think you're going into plays a lot into, like, especially the cheapness. You know, if you're going in and expecting a big budget Pacific Rim type movie, yeah, this thing was cheap as fuck. But I'm almost looking at the lens of, like, because a lot of people saw it on HBO. So a lot of people are kind of thinking of it like, oh, this is maybe kind of like an HBO thing. So if you compare it to, like, The Witcher, would you really say that it's cheap on its budget? That seems to be a fairly decent budget for, like, long form.
But this is supposed to be an actual movie. The reason it's on HBO is because of the fucking Rona.
If it was supposed to be an actual movie, like, that's a
Actually,
really...
excuse me,
low budget.
It is an actual movie. It's. Out
I
in
know
theaters
it got in theaters. That's only because the Rona, because there ain't nothing fucking coming out. They're desperate.
No, but originally,
Isn't this a strategy of HBO Max?
Again, before
It was never supposed to be made for.
Yeah, it was always meant to be a big movie in theaters. Always meant to be that. Understand, bro?
Well, I mean,
Are you sure?
So,
yeah, it was never meant to be.
Because I remember HBO said that this was going to be for HBO Max.
No, that
after the Rona.
That was after the Rona, yeah. And
Yeah,
actually, it was AT&T who reconfigured their schedule to release all the 2021 Warner Brothers releases on simultaneous release on HBO Max to promote the streaming service. Which a lot of theaters got mad. Remember, directors even came out and they were pissed off. Christopher Nolan slammed HBO Max for the movie.
yeah, but that was a while ago. Like, wasn't this?
No,
movie
but it affects the whole year. It's the whole year.
Dude, let me finish. Wasn't this movie still in production when all of that shit was going down?
No, it was done. It was done.
When was this movie finished filming?
It was delayed for a long time because of the Rona.
Okay,
yeah, just like how Black Widow got delayed, and this one was one of the.
Yeah, but it was in the can, like Manny said. Like Black Widow's been in the can forever.
Okay, well,
it was supposed to come out May of last year.
Let Brett finish this.
Yeah,
go ahead, Brett.
Okay, I just want to make sure like this thing was in the can because it feels like, and maybe this is very telling. It feels like the filming and maybe even the budget or whatever. It feels hampered by pandemic almost when you watch it.
Yeah, I that's what I thought, but no, the movie was done already. You know, it was already done, and it was always meant to be a theater movie. It was never meant to be a home movie.
Why the low budget then?
I don't have no fucking idea. I have no idea.
Like, the director would launch a major motion picture on $50 million.
And apparently, what did we learn about the director, Carlos? Like he did one.
It was his first. Wasn't this his first movie?
His first movie, and he did Honda. What car was it?
Like commercials. Yeah, like
he did car commercials. He did car commercials before this. Not saying that as a negative.
Yeah, James Gunn did car commercials too.
Yeah, exactly. Because
but at least he did
movies.
Yeah, he did movies.
He did movies.
He didn't just jump from commercials or music videos to like make a motion picture.
Yeah.
That's
McGee's. That's what I'm thinking of.
Say that. All right. Any last thoughts on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to hear. Yeah. Do you guys think it's bad for a free HBO movie in that context?
It's still a bad movie. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what the price is, free or not. A bad movie is a bad movie. It's a waste of my fucking time. It's a waste of my fucking time.
You gotta pay for HBO Max. Like, it's not really free.
Yeah.
But
I feel like this should have been a long form TV show.
Yeah, my thing is my time is valuable. I wasted my time on this shit. So yeah, it's bad. Simple as that.
Man, you should watch it. You should watch some good movies now, man.
Yeah, I should.
Not since you have magical time to watch some shitty ass Mortal Kombat film.
I had to watch it for the spoiler cast and for this show. Got to make sacrifices. Man,
watch the old one. Get that taste out of your mouth.
Right, I should. Right, the good one. The fucking Goro puppet was better than Goro's movie. It was. I mean,
it's no New Mutants. Come on now.
I didn't even bother with that shit. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's compared to some of the other shit we've. I'm not telling a lot of people out there to watch it, other than unless like you ain't got nothing to do. Like, it's not gonna burn your eyes out. Watch it while you're eating dinner, I guess, but don't fucking set the night aside.
You can also just use your time and watch a better movie.
You can do that too.
Yeah, like there's not only two options here.
You could watch Captain America and you could watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a 30-minute show that has one episode that's literally better than that thing.
Or you can rewatch last episode of Invincible.
Yes.